Hey everybody, the following is an excerpt from the monthly Rahdo Roundup, and if you'd like to see the rest of the roundup, you can hit that eye up in the top right corner of the screen, or if you'd like to know more about the game, you can follow the link down in the show notes. And with that out of the way, let's talk about Dorfromantik, the board game. And now this is based, I guess, on a very, very popular video game, which I've never played, I don't know much about. But more importantly, it has been nominated for the Spiel des Jahres. And honestly, I think the smart money is that it will win the Spiel des Jahres based on its competition. And here's the deal, folks. I think it should. I am blown away by how good this game is. And honestly, I went in thinking this was going to be my lowest rated game of the month. Because, it's a Spiel des Jahres game. That means, it's a game for family and kids. It's a gateway game. It's going to be really, really lightweight. I do appreciate the fact, and I hope this is a signal of more to come from the Spiel des Jahres nominee, jury, because it is a cooperative game, and I think cooperative games are much better gateways to bring families in than competitive games, and it's a tile-laying game. And here's why I thought I was going to hate it. And honestly, this is my least favorite thing about the game. It's a solo game. It really, really is. Because there's nothing done to make it feel like a multiplayer game. Like players, hey, here, tell you what, I'm going to give this to you so I can do this other thing. There's no way we can interact with each other. We just is it my turn? Well, I would do the exact same thing. I mean, if you played the game and played 5 turns in a row, it would play the exact same way as if you and I were playing and you took 3 turns and I took 2 turns. There's nothing to make it a multiplayer game. It is a communal puzzle solving thing more than it is a game. And that's a huge disappointment. And honestly, I thought that was going to just pretty much ruin the experience for me and for Jen. Plus, then on top of that was going to be a lightweight gateway, and so why was it not going to be interesting? And yet, here's the deal, folks. This is a keeper. This is coming in very, very high at number 5 on a month full of really good games. Why do we love it so much? Well, if you look on the screen right now, you will notice over on the right side, there are, in this particular example, I was just doing a little bit of filming so I could have something on screen. This is where we are in our campaign. This is a campaign game that you will play through dozens of times. And the game comes with, I think it was either 5 or 6 boxes full of additional stuff. That the more you play, the more you unlock new ways to score points. At the end of the day, this is a game that's very chillax, laid back and chill. Because all you're trying to do is just score the best points you can by laying tiles and matching different groups and, trying to make sure longer rail lines and really simple, straightforward stuff. At least that's what it is when it first starts. And honestly, the first few games, your first 3 games of this game are a slog. Honestly, we played halfway through our first game and said, oh my God, this is so terrible. Tell you what, how about we just look up how the campaign works and we're just going to pretend we have played the next 4 games. And let's see, what will we have unlocked over the first 3 games? Unlock those, and then suddenly, boom, the game exploded. Because if you look on screen, you'll notice over on the right, there are 5 cards at the top. Those represent different new rules that I have unlocked. And I'm not going to go, I don't want to spoil anything here, but there are lots of really, really cool special tiles that get added. They are a lot more interesting than the basic tiles. But more importantly, the longer you play, the more you give yourself new objectives. That's what those, 9 cards are over on the right. Imagine a simple tile layer like Carcassonne, where every time you play, you've got anywhere upwards of a dozen different objectives that you could be trying to achieve, in addition to just scoring the most points possible. Because every time you complete one of those objectives, you'll unlock more stuff. And in this way, it is so compelling. Jen and I, we played a few games. We're like, oh my gosh, got to play one more, because if we just get that box open, what's in that box? And we've seen this before. This is not new, but it is done so much better here because I believe the developers are borrowing from their video game origin of this. Because a lot of times the objectives you get, you look at it, it's like, this is impossible. There is no way I could achieve this. I can't get 18 points off of clover pieces. I made that up. There are no clover pieces. I'm just making something up. I don't want to spoil anything. How could I possibly do that? And the thing is, later on, you'll open a box and there's a second clover in here. And oh my gosh, now could I possibly do this? At any given time, a bunch of the objectives that you have available to you, you can't do until you complete other things and then unlock stuff that will let you go back and revisit those objectives you thought were impossible. And in this regard, this is straight out of Legends of Zelda or Castlevania or Metroid. I think it's called Metroidvania gameplay design, where, the game gives you doorways and you have to find the key to be able to open the doorways. But the keys aren't just keys, they're new new tools you can use to do other stuff. And the developers have brought that into this game so freaking brilliantly. It is so compelling. And while I have heard some reviewers say, yeah, the game is so simple, 9 times out of 10, it's really obvious where to put your tile, and there's no real need for group discussion. Those people have not played the game enough, because once you've got 9 different objectives, and there's no way you're going to be able to finish more than 1 or 2 or 3 of them, and to be able to do it, you have to build towards that, hoping you're going to get that key tile, and you have to leave spaces open. You do have to make interesting, tough trade-offs to be able to complete these really, really tough objectives where, normally I score around 120 points. I have to score 500 points. How am I going to do that? Okay, this entire game, we have to bend on trying to complete this objective, and we just unlocked something that I think is going to maybe make that possible. And that's what really makes this game special. It would be even more special if they had done any work at all to really make it a multiplayer game rather than a solo game that you can just share the experience with other players. But you know what? The game is beautiful. It's really satisfying, the little landscapes you make, and that unlocking and growth system, which by the way is completely resettable. So once you have played, 30 or so games, you can just reset it all up and have that whole experience again and unlock things in a different direction. So good. I doff my cap to the Spiel des Jahres jury. They made the right choice nominating this, and if it wins, I think they'll have made the right choice as well. Dorfromantik, the board game, is absolutely amazing. I'm very impressed by it. And thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference, believe me. But with that out of the way, if you'd like to see some more, over on the left, you can find a playlist of a whole bunch more Rahdo Rapid reviews. Up in the top right, there's the latest thing that's been added to the channel. And in the bottom right, you've got something YouTube recommends. Okay, folks, thanks for watching.